Oi. Hey, Mouse. What do you know about Susie's plans?
Me? Oh, I don't know nothing.
Oh, come on, she's up to something. Give.
All I know, she's made a long rope and she's going to climb down from the roof.
The roof? Well, how's she going to get up there?
I don't know. She asked me what was up there, that's all.
And what did you tell her?
I told her there was 2 big air vent things. Well, that's all I could remember.
How much longer?
Oh, not long. He's just about to give it a blast.
Let me know when you finish, will you?
It's getting hotter than ever in here.
That's it. That's why there's no air. Susie's in the air shaft, the clever little bitch.
God, babe, you gotta stop them. I heard their maintenance men talking. They're gonna shove some chemical stuff or something up them pipes.
Oh, my God!
Hey, B, need an opposite.
Spitz, what are you doing here alone?
The chemicals, you've got to stop them. Susie Driscoll's in the ventilator shaft.
What's wrong?
Susie Driscoll. Smith thinks she might be caught in the ducting.
Hell, those chemicals will kill her.
Well, I think we're too late. They must have started by now.
Oh, it's got me stumped, Ernie. It's got to be big, whatever it is. What do you reckon? Possums? Doubt it. No trees around the place. I'll give it a full blast. That'll move the bugger. Come on.
Turn it off, quick!
Moved it yet?
One of the women is in the ducting.
One of the prisoners, you sure?
No, but we can't take the chance. Look, how long's that thing been on?
Dunno. A couple of minutes. What do you reckon, Ernie?
Yeah, about that.
Susie!
Susie! Susie, can you hear me?
No, there's nothing, Steve. What do you think?
Well, I wouldn't panic yet. I mean, we're not even sure she's in there.
Oh, I don't know. I reckon it's got to be something like that. We were just about to turn the machine on full bore. Hell, we've never had to do that before.
Right. Go and report it to Mrs. Davidson. I'll stay here in case I hear something.
Help!
Susie, please, if you can hear me, call out. Who's that? Please, Mrs. Powell, where are you? Look, keep quiet. I can't hear anything with you screaming out.
Please help! I'm stuck.
Susie? Please, Susie. Susie, can you hear me?
I'm going to kick her backside for when this is all over.
Well, why, B?
For not telling us what she was up to, that's why.
Well, yes, she did. Well, everyone knew she was going to break out.
Like this? It's the stupidest stunt that anyone's ever tried to pull in here. She's trapped in that bloody pipe. Do you remember what it was like when we were in the tunnel? Well, I still have nightmares about it. And at least we didn't have to contend with some idiot trying to kill us with chemicals.
I don't understand.
Shh!
What is it?
Oh, I thought I heard something. It's only Powell.
When she's only had a short time to serve, why would she try to break out? I don't understand.
Well, of course you don't understand. You can go home every night. You try being on this side of the bars, you'll soon understand. You hear that voice? That's a screw. Someone who is paid to keep us locked up. And being locked up is all that kid can look forward to. And what happens if she does get out of that pipe? That voice is going to chuck her in the pound and throw away the key. Well, she needs more help than that. That is, if she is still alive when I get her out.
I'm so that I can still see your pretty little face.
Yeah, well, let's hope it's still pretty when they finish playing with their fog machine. Silly little bugger.
I don't see how she could get in there.
Well, if she's as small as you say, she'd have no worries. Those vents are easy enough to remove.
I think the junctions and the bends would be the only things that'd hold her up a bit. In fact, I reckon that's what's happened.
What do you mean?
Well, you'd have to be a midget to get through some of them. I reckon she's stuck.
Yeah, we just got to hope she got far enough before it happens.
Smith! Smith, is that you? No, it's her. It's gotta be her. Hang on, Susie, we'll soon have you out.
How do we do it?
Section by section, we'll be fine. Can I help? It'll make it a lot quicker. Come on.
You'd better check on that ambulance, missus. I reckon she's going to need it.
Anything?
No. Where the hell's Conway? She only had to go to the storeroom. Is the ambulance here?
There's one on the way.
Yes, they're dependable.
Now, calm down. You're not helping matters by getting worked up. We've heard a signal. We know she's all right.
Yes, we've heard it once. Why doesn't she do it again?
Sorry.
Oh, come on. It's about time. Here, Steve.
Oh, good. That'll make it easier. There you go, Max. Got a torch.
Good, thanks, mate.
How much further?
Oh, about another 6 metres. Won't take long.
Look, we can hear you all over the building. She must be able to hear.
Not if she's out to it, love, and I reckon there's a fair chance of that.
Oh, you don't know our Susie. She's a pretty tough kid.
Nobody's that tough, mate. This stuff...
Shh. What's that?
It's her.
It could be Smith.
No. All the women are in the rec room. It is her.
Here we are. This will throw a bit of light on the subject.
They've found her, Mrs. Davidson. She's on this level.
Thank goodness. Janet, bring Peterson here just in case we need her. And get 2 of the women to bring the stretcher.
Hate to admit it, Ernie, but she's caught in one of the bends, all right.
Oh, I told you.
Yeah, all right. Look, it's a bugger of a spot. We're going to have to cut her out. Get the wheel, will you?
Is there anything we can do?
Yeah, just plug this lead in.
Do you think she's going to be all right?
Look, lady, she's alive. That's all I know.
I don't suppose you can blame the poor little thing. With all that punching up that was going on, and don't suppose the poor little bugger knew which way to turn.
So?
Well, what I'm trying to say is, don't be too hard on her. She's only a little bit of a kid.
Oh, good Lord, Lizzie, what do you think I am? I'm just as worried about her as you are.
Yeah, I know, but you said
I
that you
said
were
I'd
going
give her backside a good kicking, and I will, too, but let's just find her first.
Well, what do you reckon, B? Do you think she'll be all right?
Peterson, I want... All right. Now, just keep the noise down, will you? Right, we've located her, but we don't know what her condition is. Now, Peterson, Sister Franklin isn't here, so I want you to come with me. And I need 2 volunteers to carry the stretcher. All right. Smith and Cavelli. Now, Mrs. Barfield will open up the hospital for you.
Where will we take it?
The corridor outside Martin's dormitory. Now, Mrs. Barfield.
You take care of that kid, or I'll take care of you. Got it?
Of course I will, but if she's badly burned, I haven't the facilities here to treat her.
So get her to hospital or whatever is necessary, but don't mess it up.
Look, I am a qualified doctor, you know.
Muck this up, you'll be a qualified corpse.
Right, now, Peterson, come with me. Smith.
OK, come on, Bev, let's move it.
Oh, God. Stretches and burns. I don't like the sound of it.
Oh, she'll be all right, Lizzie.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, she's really copped it. Give us a hand, Ernie.
Oh, God, that stuff's burnt her already.
What do you think, Peterson?
It'd be hard to tell without a thorough examination.
What about her lungs?
Yes, there's every possibility her lungs have been damaged. Better get to the hospital as soon as possible. I can't treat her here.
All right, Smith, Cavelli, get her around to reception. And for heaven's sake, be careful with her.
No worries. Hop on the end, Bev. I'll take the front.
I better go with them.
Yes, all right. Good work, gentlemen. You did an excellent job.
Well, Ernie's the real hero. He worked out where she'd be.
What do you reckon about that, mate? Feel like a hero?
To see her? She's only a bloody kid.
Snap! Poor little bugger. What with Sandy telling her not to tell her plans to anyone and us telling her just the opposite, I don't suppose she knew whether she was Arthur or Martha between the lot of us.
Yeah. Well, I still should have woken up to her, though. Gee, I feel rotten.
It wasn't your fault, love. Bea, how is she? Is she going to be all right?
Yeah, I think so, love. She was unconscious when we put her in the ambulance, but the doc here says not a lot to worry about. Still, it's hard to tell, right, Doc?
Yes, but I don't think she's too bad.
Oh, Bea, I was so worried. You're not going to be too hard on her, are you?
Well, what say we reduce the sentence to a good talking to?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Of course you've had a hard day. So have I. What better excuse to go out for dinner?
Right now, you really don't know very much about women, do you?
Explain yourself, Conway. You're talking to a veteran, remember?
Yeah, well, look at me.
What? You want to wash your hair and fix your face? You haven't been listening to me, have you? This restaurant is completely different. I've seen people turn up there in anything from a uniform to a boiler suit. No one's taken the slightest bit of notice.
Sounds a bit off to me.
The best steaks in town and a beautiful view of the river. Now, come on, stop messing about. Get your bag.
Looks like the doctor's found a foolproof way of getting out of here.
Eh?
Well, she just needs some food soon. She'll be able to slip out under the front gate.
Yeah. Well, her hearing's in 2 days, so I expect she's a bit worried. Oh, what are you going to do about it, Ben?
We'll find out about it when it happens.
Well, you better hurry up, or Mario will beat you to it. She's been giving her a real hard time lately.
Yeah, bit of a worry, that. Shall I do me a favour tomorrow?
Oh, as long as you don't ask me to steal anything, it's against me religion.
Oh, I didn't know you were religious, Lizzie.
Yeah? Well, I had to chuck it in when they wouldn't let me be Pope.
Mouse, why don't you go and write a letter or something? I'd like to speak to Lizzie.
What? Oh, yeah. OK, Bea.
Fair dinkum. She's as thick as 2 short planks. What do you want me to do, love?
What? You reckon you can lay your hands on some old newspapers?
Oh, yeah, there are lots of them in the workshop. How many do you want?
Not many. Just the ones with something about Kate's trial on them.
What do you want to do with those?
Sorry, love, I can't tell you. Just trust me, eh?
All right.
Peterson, you wanted in the interview room.
How come she gets a visit at this hour?
It's a legal visit. Her solicitor. That okay by you? May we go?
Yeah, go right along.
Thank you.
For all the good it'll do her.
147 counts of health fund fraud. Conspiring to commit perjury. Conspiring to import drugs into prison. The list goes on and on. And you were prepared to send me into the appeals court with a bogus witness.
I know the charges. And don't you preach at me. It's your job to get me off.
Impossible.
Minimize the sentence, then. Look, for God's sake, you're my solicitor. Earn the money I'm paying you.
Money gained by fraudulent means, Mrs. Peterson. I'm sorry I couldn't do that. I'm taking myself off the case. I suggest you apply for legal aid.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I can afford the best. Look, if you won't handle my case, I'll find someone who will.
You don't seem to understand, Mrs. Peterson. With the evidence against you, there isn't the slightest chance you'll get off this charge. The court will order that you return all the money to the health fund you swindled it from, and you'll be bankrupt. There isn't an established firm of solicitors in town who'll risk taking your case and not getting paid for it. My advice to you is to return the money to the health funds now so that you qualify for legal aid.
That would be an admission of guilt. I'm innocent.
Sorry, but there's no way we can prove that against the evidence the prosecution will present. Return the money. Plead guilty. There are excellent barristers working legal aid cases. They'll get you the lightest possible sentence. That's the only advice I can give you.
You sanctimonious cretin. Goodbye. Damn your advice. Damn you! Damn you!
Oh, come on. Can't be late. I've got a book for 5:30.
Where's the restaurant?
This is it. Like I said, the best steaks in town and the beautiful view of the river. Grab these. I tell you what, I'll even put the money in the barbecue. You can pay the waiter.
You're mad, do you know that?
You think so? I thought I was being reasonably clever. I had something important to tell you, and I thought that this was the perfect setting to do it. Only trouble is, now that I've finally got you here, I don't quite know where to start.
Look, Ian, I enjoy your company, sense of humour. I might even get to enjoy being a movie buff. But I would like some more time. I don't know if those things are enough.
Well, they're not a bad start. Okay, fair enough. Look, in the meantime, we'll just enjoy each other's company and my sense of humour, right?
Right.
Oh, hell. You got 20 cents? I forgot to bring the change for the barbecue.
I heard about your visitor, Peterson. Do you want to finish dinner at the second sitting?
What? No, no, thank you.
Will you go into the rec room, then?
Mrs. Morris?
Yes?
I'd like you to arrange legal aid for me.
Legal aid? But you've already got a solicitor.
No, I sacked him. He was a bungling fool. He didn't suit me at all.
Are you all right?
Besides, I've just been informed that my financial standing isn't at all that it should be, and, well, it seems I have no choice. It really is rather urgent, Mrs. Morris. Would you mind?
Well, I'll do what I can, but I'm not sure.
Thank you. I'd appreciate that.
Anyway, it was pretty nice. He was saying that the only help that Susie could expect would be to be blocked up by someone whose job was just that.
Typical B statement.
Well, all the same, it's a bit sad, isn't it? I mean, a kid like Susie needs help, not punishment.
Well, we're not just there to keep them locked up, you know.
Well, why else, then? I mean, why would a person, well, like you, do a job like that?
I'm not sure. Originally, I think I was full of good intentions. Help the underprivileged, change the system, that sort of thing.
What changed you?
A riot. Women took over the prison and held me hostage.
What happened?
Let's just say it wasn't a very pleasant experience. Anyway, that is the Janet Conway story. What is the Ian Marnie story?
Oh, it's all pretty straightforward. He's a simple man, simple tastes, divorced, a movie buff, government employee, currently on loan to Wentworth Detention Centre, a good eye for beautiful women, and a connoisseur of the best restaurants in town, as you well know.
But he does forget things.
Well, nobody's perfect. You know, I was really looking forward to that bottle of wine. I was sure I had a corkscrew back in the basket.
Well, I've got one in my place.
You know, a friend was telling me that if ever I found a good bottle of wine, that I should keep it, not rush it. Why don't we keep it in the bottle for a while and enjoy it later?
Coming in, Smith.
My, Mr. Fawkner, what will the neighbours say?
I'll think of something. You got a minute?
You must be joking. What's up?
Sandy.
Yeah, I can imagine. What have the cops come up with?
This between you and me?
Strictly.
They've almost stopped looking for her. They think that she's out there somewhere and that sooner or later she's bound to make a mistake and show herself.
But you don't agree with that?
I can't. I keep remembering that message you asked me to give her. Be careful of her friend.
Good memory.
The friend was Kate Peterson, wasn't it?
Was it?
Come on, B. If she's escaped, fair enough, it's up to the police. But if she's dead, well, it's a different story, isn't it?
You really liked her, didn't you?
I meant worse.
Okay. Then put your thinking cap on for a minute. If, and I do say if, Sandy is dead, and if Dr. Kate did do it, what do you reckon would happen to her?
She'd be convicted of murder.
Oh, wait a minute. You're jumping the gun a bit. There'd have to be proof, wouldn't there? Now, let's just say she did get to trial and was convicted. Do you think they put her in here with all Sandy's mates?
Well, no, but I don't see your point.
Then I'll spell it out for you. She would probably cop a 15-year lagging at Barnhurst. Oh, it's a real cushy one, that one. But then that's not going to happen. Because there's no proof that Sandy's even dead. No matter what you or I think. And the cops aren't interested in finding any. Now, doesn't it make you feel good that there's so much justice in the world? No, me neither.
And that was all Peterson said? She didn't say why she wanted legal aid?
Well, she did mention something about sacking her solicitor and having no money. But it was the way she said it, almost as if she was in a state of shock.
Sounds like Inspector Grace has caught up with a secret bank account.
Yes, well, if that is the case, we'll have her company with us for quite some time to come. Well, if she is in financial need, we can't deny her legal aid. Would you go over the application form with her, Mrs. Morris, and I'll arrange it with the office?
Of course.
Now, Kent, how is she getting on?
Sorry to make Mrs. Davidson. Second breakfast sitting got held up.
That's all right, Mr. Fawkner. Please sit down. I was just asking about Hazel Kent. How's she getting along?
It's hard to tell. I looked in on her during the night and she was asleep, but of course she'd been drugged.
Tranquilized.
Same thing.
Yes, well, that's all we can do for her at the moment.
But it's so negative. I think Mrs. Morris's idea was much better.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, sorry, I was going to mention it. I thought if we put her to work in maternity, it might help.
Don't see how it could.
Maternity. Yes, I see what you mean. But do you really think it will take her mind off her own children?
Oh, no, of course not. Not completely. But I think if it helps occupy her mind, I think we should try it.
Yes, I think you're right. Mrs. Powell, would you attend to that? Now, if nobody has anything else?
Well, yes, Mrs. Davidson. Sorry, but this Sandy Edwards thing is bothering me. I still don't think she escaped.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, not that again. Look, I told you last night. The police have found no evidence of foul play. According to them, she's very much alive and on the run. It does seem you're taking a great personal interest in her.
Of course I'm not.
Mrs. Davidson, I have to get on with the rosters. Is that all?
Yes, that's all. I'm sorry, Mr. Fawkner, but I'm afraid Mrs. Powell is right. There's really nothing we can do. It is a matter for the police now.
Don't get too close to that, Peterson. You all right, Peterson?
Oh, Mr. Fawkner, I wanted to see you. Hasn't Mrs. Morris done anything about my legal aid application?
I think she mentioned it at the classification meeting.
I realise it's short notice, of course, but unfortunately I had to dismiss my solicitor at the last minute.
Yes, I heard. It seemed a bit strange. I mean, so close to your trial. Come on, Peterson, what's the matter? You've seen this before.
I haven't.
Look, if it's worrying you, go and join the other women.
I never come here, so why should I see it?
You never come... What are you talking about? You've been on garbage detail before. Well, I was here with you and Edwards the day... She didn't escape, did she? Where is she, Peterson? Where's Edwards?
I really have no idea.
Didn't you?
No one has any proof of anything, Mr. Fawkner. Police can't even find a body. Sandy was going to kill me. Now she's gone. And no one has any proof that she's dead.
The other women may not need proof.
You're going to have to protect me, aren't you? Yes, you're going to. They'll kill me. You have a job to do.
Sorry, Peterson. That truck's making too much noise. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Oh, all right, ladies, that's enough. You've had your exercise period. Let's get on with this. Peterson? Here. Smith?
Yeah. Oh, Mrs. Morris, can I have a word with Mrs. Davidson later on?
Right, I'll see what I can do. Let's get on with Master, shall we?
Yeah.
Young? Where's Young?
Kitchen duty. Oh, right, that does it. No lunch for me today.
Oh, hey, g'day, love.
B. Jude. Where you going, love?
Just going to join Doreen in maternity. Come on, Ken.
Oh, terrific. Take her own kids away from her and get her to look after someone else's. Whose bright idea was that?
Mine. I thought it might help.
Yeah, well, you can't be right all the time.
Good luck, Hayes.
Hey, give our left to Doreen.
Right, everybody back in their cells until the lunch bell.
Ken looks like she could use some help, don't she, Doc? What would you recommend? I suppose you'd have her put down, wouldn't you?
Just keep away from me, Winter. I've decided not to have anything to do with you.
Oh, you have you?
Back off, Mari. Don't worry. She'll get it. But not yet. And not from you.
Oh, Hazel, what are you doing here?
Doreen, I wonder if you might give us a hand.
Depends on what you want.
Well, Hazel's had a bit of trouble at home, and we thought if she was kept busy, it might keep her mind off her own problems. Now, would you keep an eye on her for a day or two till she's back on her feet?
Oh, yeah, no worries. She doesn't look too good, does she?
Oh, give her time. I thought this might happen. I'll go and get Sister Franklin.
Oh, leave Miss Conway. She'll be right. I think I know just how she feels.
Yeah, Doc. Getting pretty good at that. Pity you won't be doing it much longer.
Here we go, then, just in case you thought you were getting ahead.
Well, don't give it to me. Give it to Tina. What? It's been on the bugle. Where'd it come from? Maternity.
No, the kitchen.
Same difference.
Listen, Lizzie said you wanted some newspapers from the workshop. Is that right?
Yeah, listen, do me a favour, will you? Next time you're going past, step under the bed.
Okay.
Hey, Tina, another load for you. It's from the kitchen. Double the soap powder.
You said it was my fault, Dora. But it wasn't. That Mari started it.
Yeah, I know. Still think you're wrong about George, though, Hazel. I mean, you two have been together for years, and he's not going to walk out on you just because you copped a few more months.
What do you mean he's not? He has. Now he wants to give my kids to that bitch that moved in with him.
Yeah, but a lot of things are said in the heat of the moment, you know? Come on, you poor little bugger. Hey, what's up? Oh, no wonder you're crying. You've really sprung a leak, haven't you?
Here, I'll hold him.
Sure. Be careful.
Hello. Hello. You're a lovely little fella, aren't you?
Hey, Elaine, where's Janice?
She's gone to see Sister Franklin.
Bugger. Look, Hazel and me are never going to finish these nappies, so why don't you have a bit of practice changing the kid, OK?
OK.
Gorgeous. No.
Come on, he's got to be changed.
I said no. I'll do it. You're not taking him off me.
OK.
You're a good little bloke, hey? Yeah. Get changed now. That's right.
Mind if we have a talk?
What's the idea of cribbing up on me like that?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Now, can we have that little talk?
As long as it's short and sweet. Now, what do you want?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong.
I usually do.
Well, I reckon we're both after the same thing. Kate Peterson, right?
There's also a little matter of who's top dog.
Yeah, well, I could fight you for that, but I'm not gonna. Instead, I've got a proposition for you. You get top dog, I get Kate Peterson.
I've got a better one. I get top dog. We both get Kate Peterson. Figure it out for yourself. We're both after the same thing. We are bound to get in each other's way, and the screws will eventually work out what's going on, and she'll be transferred.
Yeah, sounds reasonable, I suppose. You got a plan?
Now, you tell me we've got a deal, and I'll tell you what it is.
OK. We've got a deal.
Good evening, ladies. I'm sorry I've been ignoring you lately, but the paperwork has been piling up and I've been confined to the office.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised anyone would think we had no homes to go to the way we spend so much time in here.
Well, as long as you don't apply for overtime. Smith, I'm sorry I wasn't able to see you today. Could it wait until tomorrow?
Yeah, that's OK, Mrs. Davidson. It's nothing personal. I just wanted to know if we could start our play reading group again.
Well, I don't see why not. Of course, you realise Ken Pierce will not be able to be involved.
Yeah, fair enough. I think we can probably handle it ourselves this time anyway.
Well, I think it's a very good idea. I'll speak to Mrs. Powell in the morning.
Ta.
Good night, ladies.
Night. Night.
All right, what was all that about?
Culture. That's what. What do you reckon, Doc? Do you reckon it's a good idea?
Of course she does. We might even make her our leading lady.
I didn't know you typed.
I don't. Wish Julie'd hurry up and arrive. Me and typewriters don't get on at all.
Oh, well, you'll soon get the hang of it.
I doubt it. Going out tonight, are we?
Well, the day I can afford a suit like this, she'll know I've robbed the bank. No, it's Peterson's. She's going to court today, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Now, could you ask Julie to type those up, please, and I'll take these through to Peterson.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, shouldn't you be getting ready?
There's plenty of time.
Oh, I don't know. You got to impress that judge, you know. I reckon you put on some pale makeup and some mascara and smudge your eyes so you look as though you've been crying. And, of course, don't forget your hair. Nothing impresses a judge more than a sad face.
I'm perfectly healthy and I'm not the crying type. And I'm certainly not going to engage in amateur theatricals for those cretins. Even they must see the evidence is perfectly clear. I'm innocent.
Really? I thought you said you lost your so-called witness.
Lost? What are you talking about?
I wouldn't sit around, Peterson. The court won't wait for you, you know. If you're back early, report to Mr. Fawkner for your work detail.
That'll be rather pointless. I won't be back.
Pardon?
Pardon me. You know, if they put Lizzie on bloody breakfast detail again, I'm going to complain to the management.
Yeah, well, at least Kate had the sense not to go.
Hey, where'd she get to, Jude?
I don't know. I left her in her cell. She said she didn't have the stomach to face another, culinary catastrophe.
Oh, culinary catastrophe. Now, you know, that's got class. I should pass that on to Lizzie.
Oh, she'd probably think it was a compliment.
So, Kate's up for a trial, huh? I wonder how she'll get on.
Well, according to her, she's going to get off scot-free. Apparently, the cretins are going to let her go.
You're kidding. What about the murder sentence? I suppose she thinks the judge is going to give her a free pardon for that, too.
That's the whole point. I think the girl has gone loopy. She's totally forgotten about it. I guess she's going to cop another 5 years at least.
Maybe. But she'll never have to serve them.
What are you two up to?
You'll find out.
Yeah. And so will Kate.
Your name is Catherine Elaine Peterson?
That is correct.
Catherine Elaine Peterson, the Attorney General of Her Majesty the Queen, presents that between the 3rd of July 1979 and the 4th of May 1981, you obtained money by fraud from several medical insurance companies of this state by falsifying returns. Said monies to be in excess of $50,000. Catherine Elaine Peterson, how say you to this charge? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
The Attorney General of Her Majesty the Queen doth further present that on the 25th of September last, you conspired to pervert the course of justice by inducing a witness to commit perjury in the appeals court. Catherine Elaine Peterson, how say you to this charge? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
The Attorney General of Her Majesty the Queen doth further present that on the 29th of September last, you conspired with others to import prohibited drugs into Her Majesty's prison at Wentworth. Catherine Elaine Peterson, how say you to this charge? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Suppose you're looking forward to having the baby, are you?
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. I've read just about every book there is.
Books. A lot of good they'll do you.
No, I don't know. They seem to make sense.
Yeah? Do they tell you what to do when your old man shacks up with some scheming bitch while you're still stuck in the slammer?
Frank wouldn't do that. We've been together 3 years now and he hasn't even looked at anyone else.
Well, lucky you. But you don't know what he's doing now, do you? I mean, he could be doing anything out there, having a ball. Who's to know? 3 years. George and I were together for 11 years, so don't be so bloody stupid.
Oh, come on, Hazel. You don't want to have the baby on the spot, do you?
We'll be better off if she did. Who wants to bring a kid into this stinking world?
Oh, now you're going too far. Don't worry, Elaine. She didn't really mean it.
She's right, though. Frank could be up to anything out there. Not just other women, but Well, anything. He gets these mad ideas sometimes.
They all do. You can't trust him an inch. Does he want to have the baby?
He says he does.
Of course he does.
Yeah. Well, you can't trust him. I knew a bloke once. Said he wanted to have a baby, and as soon as it came along, he just couldn't handle it. Walked out and his wife disappeared.
I couldn't stand it if Frank left me.
He's not going to leave you, Elaine. Hazel, will you shut up about it?
Well, it's best she be prepared, Dor. You should know that. Look at you and Kevin.
You leave Kevin out of this.
Why? You told me yourself how he went off his brain when he found out you were pregnant to another bloke.
Look, you drop it, will you?
What's going on here? Well?
Nothing, Mrs. M.
You're just talking, that's all. I think you better come with me, Hazel.
I don't think it's a real good idea her being here, Mrs. Morris.
I realise that, Doreen. Hazel? I've spoken to Mrs. Davidson about you. We're going to move you to D block. There's a single cell there you can have. Yeah. Better keep me away from the others. I'm a bad influence. A counsellor will be around to see you soon. I'll be in McGrath before that happens. Still, that's one place you won't be able to shift me from.
I've got some sewing to do. Come on, you've worked it before. What's the big deal?
Well, what about her?
Now look at me, Smith's top dog. She says you're on the press, you're on the press.
Just on the level.
For Christ's sake, Jude, I've got some sewing to do now. Will you get on the press?
Okay. I just feel that I'm missing out on something here. Of course, if you don't want to tell me, don't bother. Just kick me as I go by. You know, why should I care?
Judith!
I'm pressing.
Yeah, good.
Listen, what are you doing? Or is that classified information as well?
Good morning, ladies. Everybody happy?
Oh, ecstatic. Mr. Fawkner, can I see you outside for a minute, please?
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I can't get my hands off him.
What's the big secret?
Oh, no secret. Just thought you might be able to help us.
I don't like the sound of this, but go on.
Remember that jumper that Sandy used to wear, the navy one?
What about it?
Any chance of getting a hold of it for us? Well, she's not going to be wearing it anymore, and it might come in useful for our play group. What do you say?
Is this on the level?
You could stand a 20-cent piece on it.
It'll be in the storeroom. I can't give you another prisoner's property.
Pity. Could come in very handy. I'll get it back to you on the sly, no questions asked.
See what I can do.
It hasn't been a pleasant experience, and I congratulate the jury on bringing in the only verdict possible.
Filthy common scum.
You have been found guilty on all charges, Peterson.
Don't you Peterson me, you pompous idiot. You will address me as Dr. Peterson.
Be quiet.
I am a respected member of this community. I demand to be treated as such.
If you don't stop, I'll hold you.
You have the nerve to call yourself a barrister. It's a sad day for society when you qualified.
Order.
How dare you sit in judgments? How dare you, you cretins?
Order. You enjoyed a privileged position in the community, and you abused it, thereby lowering the standard of all your colleagues. I consider you to be a totally unprincipled character who will do anything and hurt anyone who stands in the way of your petty greed. Therefore, an example must be made of you. Catherine Elaine Peterson, I sentence you to 10 years imprisonment with a minimum of 6 years to be served concurrently with your present sentence.
Oh, this bloody thing! Kick the lever on the left, underneath. And if that doesn't work, tell it to say ah.
Oh, he can't keep away from you.
Oh, once I hook some honey, they stays hooked. Well, what have you got there, Mr. Fawkner? Don't tell me you've lost some more buttons.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have. Would you mind? Us bachelors aren't too good with buttons.
No worries.
All right, madam, this has gone far enough. Now, you're going to tell us what's going on or not?
Yeah, okay. I think the time has come. Gather round, ladies.
How'd you get on, Peterson? The whole thing was a complete farce. Disgrace.
Mrs. Morris.
I'm sorry.
That's all I need to end an otherwise perfect day. Good dose of pity from my friendly jailer.
It's not pity. You had a fair trial. Dinner's almost over, but I can get you something if you like.
I know you mean well, Mrs. Morris, but no thank you. Unless, of course, some real food has found its way in here at last.
Catherine Elaine Peterson, you have been charged and convicted of obtaining money by fraud, falsifying Medibank returns, conspiring to import prohibited drugs into Her Majesty's prison Wentworth.
She's here. All right, girls, you know what to do. What are you doing back here? I thought the judge was going to give you a full pardon.
No, not this time. They were all amateurs. The judge was a pompous fool, and my so-called defense counsel was moronic.
Ah, that's bad luck. Still, hasn't been a total loss, has it?
What do you mean?
Well, today must be your lucky day.
I'm sure there's a point to all this. Would you mind coming to it?
Fair enough. I take it you weren't too happy with your trial.
Brilliant observation. Really are getting better.
Ta. Well, the girls are going to give you a trial you'll be crazy about. Now, you weren't very happy with your defense counsel. Well, they are hard to come by. But we got you the best. Judy. Meet your new client, Dr. Catherine Peterson. We couldn't find anyone to be prosecuting counsel, so I volunteered. Should be a pushover.
God, you women are childish. I'm not interested in playing your stupid games.
Oh, you will be, Kate. You don't even know what the game is yet. You haven't even met the judge. Rita. Meet Justice Sandy Edwards. Unfortunately, Sandy couldn't be here in person. But then you'd know all about that, wouldn't you?
Go on. You haven't told me what this farce is all about yet.
Oh, yes, I have. We're going to give you a fair trial on all the charges the cops missed. Now, the girls here are going to be the jury. They know what it's like to be in prison. They'll be very sympathetic.
What about Winter?
Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten about her. You see, there are a few laws that we haven't caught up with yet. Now, if you're innocent, oh, you'll be as free as a bird. But we haven't abolished the death penalty. So if you're found guilty, you're dead. And that's where Mari comes in. She's our public executioner. Mari, meet your next customer, Dr. Catherine Peterson.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around.